This is a film simultaneously both better and worse than I imagined. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we discuss Zack Snyder's Justice League. First, let me say this is a much better film than Joss Whedon's original version. However, like with any film, it has its strengths and weaknesses. Let's begin with the film's strengths. First, the basic plot hasn't much changed between the two versions of the film. Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, is going around recruiting a team of superheroes to help defend the Earth. And in both films, you have an alien invasion aimed at locating and uniting this ancient alien tech known as the Mother Boxes. These have been hidden away across the planet for thousands of years. Well, the principal difference here and what makes Snyder's version so superior is that the plot actually makes sense. We get an actual explanation for what's happening on screen, what the Mother Boxes are, what they do, and why they're here. Watching the Whedon version, it was obvious there was another movie or another story that we just weren't getting. It was confusing at times and just felt very disjointed. Here, we get the cohesive story we've been looking for. But because this is a more character-driven story, we also get what felt like essentially two mini movies within the movie. One diving into the backstory of Victor Stone, aka Cyborg, and a much more developed Barry Allen, aka The Flash. Speaking of which, there is less humor in this version of the film. It's more violent and bloody. It's more religious in terms of time spent on themes of mythology, ritual, and sacrifices. And it's also deeply emotional, and for that reason, comic fans may be divided about it. You either like the darker tone or you don't. There's very little in between. Personally, I loved it, especially in light of what the team is facing. I felt the entire time like there were real stakes for each of the characters and for the world itself. What helped to sell the intensity of this film was how much better it looked in terms of lighting, color, costumes, and cinematography. This isn't a spoiler, but the vastly superior look of Steppenwolf and the parademons in this version of the film is a good reflection of how much the entire look was upgraded for every other character as well. The villains looked fearsome and threatening. The heroes looked like they were prepared and equipped to fight, and the fight scenes were freaking epic. On the other hand, and here's where we get to the weaknesses, many of the scenes in this film, though enjoyable to watch, were 2 times as long as they needed to be. They were stretched to death. Now, Snyder loves slow motion, and that came across in every single scene. This film is 4 hours long in part, not because of more scenes or clever dialogue or plot development, but because far too many of those scenes are bloated with filler, unnecessary exposition, and slow motion everything. While we do get much better representation of the villains in this film, the conflict driving their actions can be a bit contrived at times. The scenes involving them are also the most CGI heavy, and while the CGI is amazing for the most part, there are scenes here and there where you wonder if it should have been left on the cutting room floor, along with the score. The soundtrack for this film is so bad, it's almost as if it belongs in an entirely different film. The songs just don't fit with the scenes or the characters they're connected to, or really the Justice League film at all. I know Zack was probably just trying to be super creative and theatrical and melodramatic, but the music just fell flat for me. Aside from that though, I did enjoy Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's a good story. Every scene is a work of art, and as I said before, I did appreciate the darker, more serious tone of this film compared to the original. I'm also a fan of Man of Steel, so that should add some context for my perspective on this. If you're a Snyder fan, or if you were looking forward to this cut of the film, then you should absolutely check it out. But just be prepared for a very, very, very long adventure. If you like superhero movies, then this one may be for you as well, though it may take you a couple of days to finish it. But hey, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.